Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. So I went on YouTube and I found this video by Articulated Ninja Reviews, and you gotta look, this guy's photography is amazing, off the charts. I have his link to his video in the description, but when I saw this video, I was so impressed, and I thought, you know what, I have got to get one of these figures, and Berenice is my favorite. So of course I left him a little post saying, hey, Berenice is my favorite. So I realized after I saw this that somebody on Facebook told me about these figures and I didn't listen. I thought, oh, they're not He-Man. Kind of cool. Don't really care. But after I saw how cool the video was, I was in search of these figures. I went to their main website and checked it out. And they got some great pictures also on these figures. And come to find out, these figures were actually sold out, and I'm thinking forever. Make this thing full size. There we go. These figures were actually already all sold out. I'm like, oh man, they were sold out. And I went looking all over, everywhere, trying to find these. Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, you name it. I did random searches everywhere trying to find these figures. And they just look so cool, especially Berenice. Berenice is the one I was after. That's the one I really wanted. So after lots of searching and lots of deciding and lots of checking it out, I decided to break down and buy one on eBay. So I actually got one, and I got the one in the black suit. I thought the black suit looked way cooler. And it's funny because as much as I like the black suit one, I was showing it to my wife, and my wife goes, I actually like the one in the white suit better. Oh, the red suit, sorry. The one in the red suit better. I'm like, what? The red suit better? No way. So I looked online, started searching for ones in the red suit, and they were so expensive that I actually ended up finding this guy who was selling all three together. And I thought, yes, how cool is that? I can get all three of them for just a little more than the price of just Berenice alone. And I thought I could sell the other two because all I want is Berenice, and this will be great. The only problem was that after I bought it, I read the fine print and saw they were already opened, and Berenice had two of the same foot. Let me show you the auction. So I still had the black dressed one, and I thought, you know what, it's the same feet anyway, I can just use the feet from her. And the more I thought about it, the more it irritated me. And I reached out to the company who made these and contacted them on Instagram and said, hey, I need another foot. And I told them which foot I needed. Didn't hear anything back whatsoever. They didn't even contact me. They didn't tell me. Nothing back at all. Kind of frustrating because I thought we were kind of all, friends, because I even thought that too. I thought, well, at least I know these guys on Instagram. Maybe I can get them to get me another foot. No such deal. And so the more I thought about it, the more I was irritated, knowing that even if I took the foot off her, now I'll always have one missing a foot continually. So I started thinking about other things that I could do to remedy the situation. I bought these little G.I. Joe slippers. So, not G.I. Joe, but not Big Jim. Oh, I can't think of the name. Barbie, Ken slippers. And then I bought this other Ken outfit that came with slippers, see if I can use those on her feet. And then I bought these little feet right here that were from Marvel and figured I could use those. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy another stinky one. So I did just go and buy another one. So these two I'm going to leave mint in the box for now. The one in the black suit and the one in the red suit that has been unopened. But we're going to go ahead and open the other three, check them all out, and see if any of these foot options are going to work to remedy my situation. And then last, I went and bought a secondary head, which I found on eBay too. It came in a pack from the Four Horsemen. And I pre-ordered it. I thought, you know what? The skin tone looks about the same skin tone, and sure enough, I can raise my camera up a little bit. The skin tone does seem to match rather well, which is what I was hoping for. So that is pretty cool. So we'll see how this head looks on her as well. All right, let's go ahead and get to opening and checking out these awesome figures. Now, Berenice is the most excited one. I want to really open right away, so I'm going to open her last, just because that's the one I'm most interested in seeing. We will just start just right down the line, and we'll get to Berenice at the end. So we'll start with her right here. Looks like her name is, what is that, Tadala? Tadala? So we'll open up Tadala first, and she does look really cool. Actually, it's funny. She actually looks like one of my really good friends that I know. Oops, I ripped the box. And, oh, there's all her accessories. It just fell right out of there. Because, again, these were already opened by the other guy that had it before me. And it looks like, oh, that's funny. Online, they show a picture of her standing by a coliseum, and I guess it's the inside of the box. So that is hilarious. You can just use the inside of the box. We'll set that up for some photo shoots. Let's go ahead and check her out. Check her out, man. It's like she's wearing tennis shoes at first glance. Are those Adidas? What are those? Let's see, this is light charged. All right, let me get this extra light on there so we can take a look at her. She does look cool. I really like her hairstyle they have here. Not a keen fan of the mask, though. But let's take a look at all of her outside the box. She comes with extra hands, extra feet that are bare. And let's go ahead and open her up. There we go. Let's first talk about articulation. So first we have ankle articulation. And I can already tell that these shoes are way, way too small. So these ones are already out for Berenice. I know they're the wrong skin tone. I was planning on just adding a shade to them to change them. Even if I replace both feet, it would just look ridiculous. These little dinky feet there. So, fail. She does come with these arrows too, which I imagine you put in the other way. There you go. All right. We'll talk about those later. Wow, just a lot of arrows. Oop. That's cool. I wonder if he strung this bow himself or became strung. I will never know. Oh, she's got a shoulder pad. A knife. That ain't no knife. This is a knife. All right, so we got ankle articulation. We have double jointed knees here. Those are really smooth. Man. Feels like a well-oiled engine the way that moves. I don't think I've ever seen joints that move that nice before. That's crazy. How come Mattel can't do that? Then she has an upper leg movement. Thank you, no cut here. I hate that cut. It always ruins the sculpt. No ruined sculpt there. And then up here we have shoulder articulation. The nice elbows, single jointed elbows. Mattel, take note. Double jointed knees. Single jointed elbows. That's the way to do it. And then she has a wrist articulation. And let's see. It feels like she has a cut underneath her top up there. So that is where it's cut up there. And then her head, of course, moves. And then, of course, you can pull off the armor and everything else. I'm not going to show the front of her when I pull the armor off. I've seen pictures online, and she actually does have womanly looks to her that I don't want to get banned on YouTube for. So we are... Oh, her hair comes off. What the heck? She's got extra braids. That is crazy. I didn't even notice that. I guess you take us off to put the helmet on, I'm guessing. Let's get that helmet out of there. Oh yeah. That is one tight fit. That is crazy. I thought this would be an extra head. I didn't realize you actually put it onto her. That is cool. Cool, cool, cool. No, I can't get it off. Ugh. All right, so let's go ahead and take off the armor. break this figure. No breaking the super expensive rare figure. You can see there that once the armor's open, there's her bare back, and you can kind of see where that joint is. And with her armor off, that joint goes back really far. I'd imagine if I pulled the front off too, it probably goes forward pretty far too. Actually, it only goes forward so far, but it definitely goes back really far. Alright, and then of course you can remove this armor too somehow. And underneath there she has a white little cloth, not much covering her bottom half. I don't see a way to pull this off easily. Now I've seen online that she separates right here, but I don't want to do it without hot water. I don't want to accidentally ruin the figure. But I imagine that's how you would change that out. And then hers is really cool. Check this out. After you pull her hands off, whoa, I did not expect that. That part comes off. Yep. These are actually removable. Look at that. Now I kind of wish she had two of those. Let's check the other side. Maybe there's one underneath. Nope. Because I like these a whole lot. Not a huge fan of these. To have two of these would be really cool looking. And I would have really liked that as well. Alright. So now let's put her hand back on. Now let's take her feet off. So I can get them off without causing any damage. Her feet are pretty stuck on there. Stuck on you. I should get some hot water so I don't accidentally break those little pins. Yeah, it's hot water time. But once you get the pins off, these come off too. They just slide down off the leg, revealing the bare leg. Let me go grab some hot water. I'll be right back. Alright, I got my hot water. We are now ready to do this. Let's do this thing. Let's go ahead and dunk her foot in there and see if we can get off the leg bracer on the front. Now I'm a little scared of doing this. I don't know what the paints are like on these figures, being they are made by a smaller company. Let's see if that was long enough. All right. There we go. And now once you have that off, you can then carefully pull off the metal cover on there. Look how cool that is. I wonder how this looks on her arm. You know what? I'm just curious. I just want to see how cool this looks on her arm. Doesn't quite fit right on her arm, so I guess you can't get the solid metal look. But what's cool is then you can put her bare feet on if you choose to. And you could literally dress her completely different by pulling off all her armor and everything else and putting the bare feet on her and having just a bare figure to work with and then start all over from scratch and put on what you want to put on her. Which is kind of cool. I mean, I like the idea of being able to remove everything from the figure if you choose to. That is a really cool idea. The customizations on this become huge and numerous then. All the things you can do to customize this figure. Let's put our hair extension back on. Hair extension! There we go. And there is the first figure of the batch of 3. Now again, I don't really have any interest in buying this figure. I bought the 3 packs. I thought they were all sealed and she was going to become eBay fodder. Wow, that is hard to put that back together. Trying to line those little holes back up with those little pins. That's probably why they were still separated. I'm guessing the last guy that had her before me probably pulled them off and had a hard time getting them back on. I am going to have to spend some time figuring that out and a quicker way to do that. All right. Oh, I didn't get any cool accessories on her. Let's put a... I guess this makes sense now. She's using a bow and arrow. You want the longer side on there. Oh, well, I'll stick it in this hand. Oh yeah, our fingers do separate. Maybe not. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, cool. So you could... Of course, her fingers separate more on the secondary hand. Oh well, let's get to the next figure. Sorry guys, gonna cheapen out and just... You can see that her fingers are separated on this hand. So I think that's the hand that's supposed to actually be doing the pulling back of the bow. This hand also has a slight gap right there in the fingers, so you could do it. Let's take a look at the other hands that are included. It's like a lot of those fingers are separated. That is so cool. And she has some closed fists too, it looks like. And then her extra feet. All right, very cool figure. We'll compare them to other figures in other lines in a few minutes. Let's just put her sword in her hand for now. You know, I think it goes the other way, doesn't it? Release the bow. Oh, there goes her hair. No, not her hair. Those hair extensions just will not stay on. And I will keep the helmet, but oh, shoulder pad. Yep. Hair extension. Bow and arrow. Or just the bow, I guess. We'll just have her hand back here like that to hang on to this. Doesn't keep falling. There we go. Dun dun dun. Keep your hair on. There she is. So cool. On to the next figure. What is that? Vlattia? Okay. We'll go ahead and open her up. No more stuff in the box. Now, she's got kind of a strange motif going on in that she has no loincloth whatsoever. But I believe this is actually removable on her as opposed to being painted on her, which is kind of strange because on her it was painted on, but on her it's actually removable. So they kind of gave her a loincloth, but it's the same as her white on that one, so it's kind of bizarre. I do like her helmet. Her helmet's really cool looking. It looks like something you'd see from medieval type times. It's very cool. She has extra feet, extra hands, and let's bust her out and take a look at her. Oh, weird. Okay, so right off the bat, she has non-removable armor on her arms. So they actually just gave her extra arms. And you can see how they attach on the ball joint. So to make her not have any armor, you have to actually remove the arms and replace with new arms. So that's interesting. She has some really cool weapons, like this axe right here. Oh, that is a really cool looking axe. I really like that. And then she has these blades that go on her hands, that stick out past her hands. So they go kind of on the back side, just like that. And now she's got blades of fists. Blades of fists. Which would not be cool to have somebody coming at you with blades of fists. Huh. Now I do like that her bangs come down lower on her eyes. As you guys know, I do like that look, but I wish she had longer hair in the back. As you know, I like the long hair in the back as well. Let's take a look here. Let's see if we can add some hair extensions to her. Oh, it's a different size. It's a different size. It's just weird to think they designed these figures slightly different. One with removable parts completely, and one with swappable arms. So here is her helmet. Looks like it does go on over her head just like the other one, which again is surprising because you would expect them to actually just be a new head. Ugh. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin the paint on her face. I'm not going to stick the helmet on. It's really tight. But let's see about taking this armor off. Figure out how it comes off. We'll pull the arms off first. What the heck? That should be pretty easy. It should be pretty easy. I can see the ball joint. Alright, we're going to have to heat her up in some water. I'm trying to see how this armor comes off, though. It looks like it's just on so skin tight. You know what? Look at that. They put it right on the joint. That is really cool. I like when they hide joints like that with parts. And then her legs. And it looks like these pieces also slide off. So once you get the feet off, you can slide these pieces off and make her legs completely bare. So that's cool too. Alright, time to heat that arm up and see how it comes off. Into the vat. Ugh. And there she goes, soaking in the vat. And while she's soaking in the vat, let's go and put some hands onto her bare arms. She must be American. She has the right to bare arms. Oh, oh, oh. Come on, right to bare arms. Okay. Let's see if we can't get that off now. There we go. Way easier. Oh, this pin. Oops, sorry, I was out of focus. There's a pin on her arm, and that pin goes inside the arm, so it's not just held on. It actually goes up and in there. That's why I couldn't get it off. There we go. So if you want to have one armored and one not armored, you can do stuff like that. Now again, I wish she came with some sort of loincloth in the middle. I would be embarrassed to show my granddaughters this figure, but not that figure, just because of the way her bottom half is. So I guess I could, let's go ahead and see if I can find something to cover some of that. Let's see what we got in the Bago Boxo parts. Of course, it has to be something that matches, otherwise it won't make much sense. She has on blues and grays and silvers. This blue is probably the wrong shade of blue, and these are like granny panties anyway. No granny panties. I got She-Ra's, no, Tila's pants. Oh, look at that. That would be really cool on her. Okay, before I close this box, let's look for any alternatives. Yeah, I'm going with that. That is going to be very cool. So it's going to take a little bit of work in order to get that on there. Let's take a look and see how our legs are connected. So a little bit of heat there, could pull that off. Let me grab my Dremel tool and sand this thing out so it can fit over her waist. And of course it's going to take some paint right here because somebody's kind of damaged it up a little bit, but we'll just see how it looks, and then maybe we'll leave it on, maybe we'll take it off. Alright, so let's go and clean this area up a little bit. And so let me go ahead and move some of this stuff out of the way. What do we got here? Holy cow, that is quite the knife. She's got a lot of accessories. Oh, she's got another one too. Not the same one. Did I drop it in the same place? No, she's got two. Wow. She's got some really cool accessories and parts with her. I guess first I gotta drop this in the hot water so it can be prepared to be sliced. There we go. Let's go ahead and just set all of her cool accessories aside. We are gonna need a blue plastic tray to protect this little carpeted area. There we go. Got my blue tray set up. Now we are ready to slice and dice and make this loincloth work. And I don't know why they didn't include something for her, some kind of loincloth of some sort. I should have grabbed different scissors. These are not very sharp scissors. Now I bought this loincloth originally so I could make a sorceress figure. That's okay though. I'm sure I can repurpose some stuff in the future. Wait for this light on. Sorry about that. And after I cut this out, it's going to take quite a lot of stretching to get it on her. We'll see if we can do it. We may have to pull off her black loincloth piece first. It stinks these don't close in the middle in the front anymore, so it's kind of hard to get a good cut on here. Should have grabbed my other scissors. I do have some more here. These ones are really bad at cutting. They like to cut straight instead of curves, so hopefully I won't damage anything too much using this. Alright, we got that kind of cut out. Let's go ahead and get something to sand it out with. There we go. That should work. And let's fire up our Dremel tool. Ho ho ho! Dremel power. Yes, the power of the Dremel tool. The most versatile tool for a customizer. It's being able to sand and change the shape of parts. That looks pretty good. Now we'll just heat it up some more and stick it on her. You know what? I gotta sand the inside a little bit more. There we go, looks way better now. Let's go ahead and just dunk it in the hot water just to clean it. We gotta stretch it out anyway, so we're stretching that out. Let's go ahead and get her legs off and get her ready to accept the new loincloth. See, at times like this, I wish I had deeper water. So I have to get it wet in her hips. Just not quite deep enough. There we go. There we go. So anxious to open Berenice. This all started with Berenice. Almost there though. I have to do one at a time. You're like, come on, Hebrew. Just get on it. I'll go ahead and let's see where we're at with this figure now. I'm guessing there's a pin the same way there was for the arms. All right. Well, that is not good. All right, we'll just pull that off for now. Have to figure that out later. Just put her back in there again, heat her up some more. All right, let's try it now. There we go. One leg off. Oh! The whole thing came off. Look at that. Well, now I can get this off pretty easily. This should make it really easy to put the loincloth on now. We'll just slide this back through there. Pop that back into place. There we go. And then reattach that leg as I heat it up some more first. Maybe I should have left the black on there. I guess we can slide the armor back on. What the heck? Where did I stick it? There it is. Whoop. And pop this foot back on. Sorry, you guys, got it out of frame again. Got her sitting in the water to fix her ankle. Alright, it's time to get some new fresh hot water. I'll be right back. Alright, I got some new hot water, and she's been sitting in it now for probably about 30 seconds. Let's go and pull her out. See if we can't get that foot on her. Okay, time to get a little more aggressive. I'm going to see if this piece comes out now that it's heated up. Cool, it does. I was hoping it would. Now I can just insert these together. Okay, we got to drop the foot in there first and let it heat it up. And then we'll connect it all back together. While we're at it, I might as well swap her arm back out to give her the armored arm. So I do like the bare arms better. Wish I could add some wrist cuffs only on here. That'd been cool. But that's fine. We'll just go ahead and get that arm off too while we're at it. Put her armored arm back on. The armored arm. Much easier with hot water. I need my arm. It will only cost a leg and an arm. How about a foot and an arm? Okay, we'll give you a discount today. A foot and an arm. There we go. Give me your sandaled foot. Now what I'm trying to do is pull this apart from the foot. Excuse me. It's funny, it should be easier to pull apart than the rest of it, but for some reason though, it is just being up. There we go. Hooray. Now I can put these two pieces back together. Dun da da. Dun da 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 da. Put this back in there. Turn it around. Put it back in here. There we go. And I think that blue loincloth looks really cool on her. I think it's a nice fit. It does kind of match some of the gold and the blue. I think that will work well. And now I'm not embarrassed to show her to my granddaughters or my son saying, "What the heck, Dad? Why you got figures like that?" And they should have seen my son give me such garbage about Battleground Tila when she came out. I still wish I would have left the black underwear on though. Maybe I'll have to... Nah, they're staying off for now. Alright, so she is ready for battle except for her helmet. So let's go ahead and set her aside. Oh, we got a weaponizer too. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. The tools of torture. Alright, so let's go ahead and give her what I'd like to use as weapons. I really like this giant axe. That is a fun looking weapon. She has no holes to put her other armor into, so we'll just go with the axe. She can even double-handed wield it. So I took this gold paint right here, and then after I used the gold paint, I put on a very light brown wash, skin peel wash, and then just a really light little black game ink, and her paint job is now complete. There we go. There's the completed paint job. Perfect? No, but good? Yeah. Oh, man, I should have painted along that side too. Let's go ahead and do that now, and I'll show you guys how I did it. All right, so I got my blue thing down so I can protect it. And there it was right there. Now, I bought this loincloth to use from somebody online, so it has gone through a little bit of roughness. So let's go ahead and put this gold paint on. Now, this gold paint's really interesting. A friend of mine suggested to use this. And I love this paint. It's actually already gelled, almost dry. And so you can see when I put this in here how jelly it looks. It's really strange. So let me go ahead and get some on the paintbrush. And then you just take and you lightly press that on there. Just like that. Now it takes about 3 or 4 coats of this to get it to coat completely. And between each coat I'll use a heat gun and a fan to put that on there. And then after I'm done, it will be kind of a bright gold. And so I'll come back and show you guys how to add the wash to it. So I'm not going to make you watch me paint this whole thing, but you get the idea. I'll be right back after it's completely dry. Alright, it's all painted and dried, but you can see the gold looks different where I painted it, because there was a spot actually right here as well than the rest of the gold. I also touched up an area right here, and you can see it's not matched. The other gold is more brownish, and this gold is more bright and shiny-ish. So to fix this, we're going to first use this brown wash right here. Game Ink Skin Wash. Just going to use 1 drop, because I don't want to make it too strong. Actually, that is probably more than enough, believe it or not. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of black. I actually need less than that. Oof. Looks like my black leaked last night. I'll have to clean that up later. Alright. So, let's do this. I'm going to take and smear this all around. Take off most of it and leave just a little bit on there. I'm going to come back across right here and just lightly paint that on there. And you can already see the results of how it's looking a little bit more like the rest of the gold. Alright, now just ever so slightly, just the lightest little bit of black mixed with the brown. And I'm going to actually use this paper plate here to kind of wash it out a lot, because I do not want to end up like a big black mess. Just want to ever so lightly just get the highlight spots on this. So I'm going to take and put it right across here, right in there. And you'll see when this is all done, it looks pretty convincing to match the rest of it. There we go. That looks pretty good. Matches pretty well the other side. I'm pretty happy with it. Just add a little bit more. Just right in here to kind of cut down that shine just to... There we go. Beauty-miss. Oh. Oh, oh. There she is. There she is. All right. You know, I'm going to have her high stick the axe, so she's just hanging on to it like it's just to offset the balance of the weight. I can already see I need a box for all these extra pieces. Right now I'm just going to toss them all into this box so I don't lose them. Oh, look at that, see? There's an arrow getting lost already. Alright, it's the moment I've been waiting for, and hopefully you have too, and that is for Berenice. The whole reason this journey started was for Berenice. So let me show you. There's all her extra weapons coming out. And so here is the issue. Let me show you the issue first. So here is her sandaled foot, and here is her other sandaled foot. And you will notice it is the same exact foot. So she came with 2 right feet. So I guess it's better than 2 left feet. It means she must be a really good dancer if she has 2 right feet. So there you can see her 2 right feet. Erg. So you can see this guy has already put her bare foot on her left. I'll leave that for now. Let's get her out of here. And the funny thing was, if it was one of the other 2 figures, I would be a little irritated. But since she's the one I was after anyway, it's like, no. And I can't just give her foot because her skin tone is so different. It would take a lot of painting, and then I have to give her both feet. So let's go ahead and get this foot off and put the other bare foot on and try some of my pieces I already have for, and see if we can figure out something. She can't run around barefoot all around Eternia. Eternia, barefooting warrior, and then we'll talk about her articulation and all her coolness. What? Oh, whew. For a minute I thought she had two right feet for the bare ones too. I was like, no. But I guess she already has her left foot on her foot already, so we'll drop that in there too. Get that nice and toasty warm. And again, I did contact the company first thing. That was the first thing I did. Even before I had the figure mailed to me, when I saw it in the auction, I was like, man, 2 right feet. Because of 2 right feet. Sokotoa. Well, while we're looking at that, let's go ahead and check out our other weapons while that's sitting in there and warming up. So she too comes with a really cool helmet. And just like the other ones, it's not an alternate head. It actually is a helmet to put over her head. Now these do worry me, as I'm afraid it's going to ruin the face paint on the figures. So even though she has this cool helmet, I'll probably will never stick it on her. But it is really cool looking. And she has a really cool looking shield. I really like this shield. It is really nice. And then she has her spear. The Spear of Destiny. And there it is right there. For those that don't know, the Spear of Destiny was supposed to be the spear that they used to stab Jesus' side. And it was in that TV series... no, what was it? Legends of Tomorrow. That's what it was. And she has a sword. That is a cool sword. Alright, let's see if she's ready yet. Are you ready to lose your foot in battle? Come on. Oh, and I pulled the whole foot out again. Okay. We will just pull it all out, and we will... Where are my tongs of power? Tongs of power! Oop. It's like trying to pick a gold bar up. It's If it's flipped over, you can't get it very easily. Hooray, I got the foot out. Get your foot out. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So there are her feet. Now, of course, you can't go into battle barefoot. So let's take a look at our options. The first one I'm going to look at here is these little extra feet that I bought, which were pre-sandaled, which are from Marvel Legends. But I believe they're going to be too small. We'll take a look, though, and just see if I can get these even open. There we go. And I went ahead and bought a couple sets, so that way then if I mess them up, I have another set to use. Now, of course, they are the wrong skin tone, so it requires some kind of finishing to finish them to the right skin tone. You know, they're only a little bit smaller. They might not look too weird once I get them installed. So let's go ahead and pull this foot back off. And I spent all that time putting it on. Man, that foot, this does not want to come off. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Oh yeah, those are going to be awfully small. I'd have to also drill the hole bigger to accommodate the foot. So I'd have to use my Dremel tool again and cut it bigger and then give it a brown wash of some sort. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that idea on hold. Let me heat this foot back up so I can put it back on. So we'll set these aside. This will be one of our last options. So then I bought these Ken slippers. Where are my shears? I wish they'd just contact me back and just send me a right left foot. That'd make life so much easier. And I'm guessing these will be way too big. Yeah, she's just swimming in them. Swimming in them. So I'm guessing the other Ken sandals will be the same way too. So annoying. I really don't want her just to run around barefoot all through eternity. I know I want her to have two right feet either. That's why I bought the other Berenice, because I knew this was going to happen once I got her. So disappointing. So you can see the other Berenice up there. There she is. There she is. So those are the ones that I have. Hopefully I don't have two the same foot either. That would really stink. It would be okay if I had two of the same feet that were like two left feet. Then I get to swap them. That would be like a Christmas miracle. And I haven't opened these yet. I don't intend to, but I really can't see down inside there. It's just too hard to tell at that angle. I don't know. Okay, so the strap is off to the inside on that foot. I can't see that strap going off on the other foot. So at least I know she has a right foot, but that doesn't help me because the other one has 2 right feet. Ah, I can't tell. Oh, oh, oh. 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 Well, if you guys happen to know anybody at Xesray Company, if I'm saying their name right, or Xesray Studio, because they didn't answer my message, maybe they'll answer you and let them know. Say, hey, Hebro's got 2 right feet for Berenice, and would really like to have a fixed one. This one I could see inside of it. Oh, what the heck? This one has... can't tell actually either. That would stink if they all had 2 right feet, but that'd be too crazy. Oh well, let's go ahead and weaponize her and get her ready for battle. Ready for battle. I'm just going to leave her barefoot for now. I may have to 3D print my own sandals. Use these or something as a... You know what? I did not check the other sandals. I got them right here. I might as well just check them to see. I know they're not going to fit, but what the heck. These ones here are a little different. They're more like loafer sandals. Yep, way too big. But these would be easier to 3D print and fit on her foot than it would be the ones that have the strap around them. Those would be harder to get on. So I'm thinking about maybe using something like this. And then print the sandals and stick them on there. Look, it says Ken on the bottom. Ken. That's funny. Okay. There you go. Barefoot Berenice. I definitely want her to have her shield. Oh, we didn't talk about her armor or anything. What the heck? I was all excited. I didn't even get a chance to... It's like these leg pieces come off the same way. It's like the arm pieces come off. You can see they're shifty on there. Then she has an arm piece right here. And then her armor is pretty tight fitting. But I imagine it works the same way. No, maybe not. I think you have to pull her body apart in the center, and then you can get it off really easy. That's what I'm guessing. Is you heat that up and then pull it apart right there in the center. Then you can get it apart. Alright, she's got a place to store her sword. That's cool. Well, maybe not. Is that for her spear? No way. No. Oh, it hooks on like this, maybe. There's no way it's going in there without heating it up and sliding it in all the way to there. But maybe it opens up somehow. Nope. It does come off, though. So you could remove it if you don't like it. Alright, and she has this big old shoulder pad here that also comes off. I imagine you have to pull her arm off and her head off to get that off. Oh well, let's just weaponize her and get on with it. You can tell the disappointment in my voice. Yes, I am very disappointed about her 2 feet being the same. So you can see how he's pulled off. I guess you should have pulled it off to put her shield on, I think. Oh, yeah, you do. There we go. There we go. There we go, Barefoot Berenice. There's got to be some way to get this in there. And just heat it up for a little bit and see how it stretches. There we go. Try to get this to lock back on. It's pretty tough. Okay, no sword, Berenice. Huh. There we go. Armed and ready for battle. There they are. The three women of power. Let's go and compare them next to other figures in other lines. So, let's take a look here. We'll grab the sorceress up here. It's not too bad, just a little bit shorter. Not bad at all. Now we'll grab a G.I. Joe figure. Go figure. And she's quite a bit shorter than Berenice. And let's see, we need an Origins figure. Where is my... Oh, I got Princess Adora here too. What the heck? We'll just throw her next to her. Oh, I didn't do the extra head. That's what I forgot to do. So again, you can see Adora's the same height as the Sorceress was, so... It's just a little bit shorter, but not a ton. She still fits in nicely with the He-Man world. All right. And we'll put her next to an Origins. And next to Origins, way too small. Well, the Origins is too small. Should be kind of a huge figure. And let's put her next to a Masterverse. And next to Masterverse, she fits in as good as she does with Classics. So there you go. All right. Let's put her next to He-Man. What the heck? He-Man. Oh, I'm knocking the ladder over. Oh, come on, He-Man. Where's your manners? Knocking women over. There we go. So she does fit in nicely with the Classics and the Masterverse line. All right. So that is it for me talking. Now it's just going to be music and figures spinning in circles with different lights. So this will be me saying good journey and enjoy the next few minutes.
you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.